Hello everyone, welcome to my Incredible Chess channel, and today I have started with my new tournament in Suwalki, Poland, and the tournament's name is Irena Warakomska Memorial. This is the tournament in memory of a very strong and legendary player from Suwalki, Warakomska. And in the first round, I was paired against a strong international master, Vadim Petrovsky. The game was interesting, you can say, and at some point, I even felt like I'm having quite good chances. But in time pressure, as you know, like that is kind of my enemy. I was having only some 1 minute or something. I was thinking in correct way only. Means I had around 12-13 minutes when I started thinking for a very long time, and that was around move number 20 something. And then suddenly I realized that I'm just having 30 seconds something. In hurry I played one move, which was a very terrible move, and that costed me the game. But overall the game was interesting. I hope that you will learn something from my mistakes, and you will improve your game also. So let's begin with the game. I started with d4. Opponent played knight f6 immediately. Then I played c4, e6, knight to c3, bishop b4, and Nimzo Indian opening. I played e3. He castled in the position, and I played bishop d3, just developing my piece, and then he played rook to e8. So in this position, I was thinking about many things, what to do, what not to do, and I chose knight to f3, which was not that bad move also and good move also, although I had other options to play. But I chose knight f3. He played d6, and then I castled. He wants to play e5. So was first of all he captured here, and now he played knight c6. Well, e5 immediately. Maybe it seems like it is possible, but it was not actually possible, because I can just simply capture here and then capture on e5. The point is, if he captures here, then you can already see that there is some problem is there on this d file, and I can capture on h7. He might capture with any of the pieces, and the queen on d8 will be hanging. So the pawn on e5 will be hanging. I will be getting the pawn for free. So that's why here first of all he played knight c6 with the idea of playing e5 on the next move. I said like, okay, it might be coming there, so I'll play e4. If e5 comes, I can play d5. So he played e5, I played d5, and now he played knight e7. Here in this position, I was I remember I spent around 10 minutes, and I was 1 hour 20 minutes in this position, and I felt like I should play some more. Means intuition wise, I felt like I cannot really have this pawn structure. That was the whole point of him capturing on c3, that he wanted to double my pawns, like pawns on the c file, and then maybe in the future he might be having great chances there on that side of the board also. So I said like, I need to get rid of my double pawns, so I played c5. My thought process was like, I'll capture and then I'll get the pawn on e5, and then of course he will capture on d5, attacking my knight here. So earlier my the thought about playing this was like, I'm going to capture on f7. He might capture, and then ed5 will be played, and then I realized that queen captures d5 in this position seemed very comfortable for black. His king is going to hide behind, and I don't really have that much of big compensation for the sacrificed pawn. So instead of going for knight captures f7, I said like, okay, I'm pawn down, no problem, but I will be having two strong bishops. So I captured on d5. He captured my knight on e5. I played c4, supporting the pawn on d5. And now after this support, he thought for a very long time, almost 30 minutes he thought in this position. I was also thinking, so he played bishop g4, attacking my queen. Now I could have simply played queen c2, putting some pressure over here. Other bishop is going to come on this diagonal, and I felt like I had sufficient compensation for the sacrifice pawn. But something went in my mind, like you can say, some crazy thought came to my mind, and I said like, why not just attack the bishop on g4 with the f3 move? Because if I attack the bishop, he might go behind, and his idea is to come here. But then, means before playing f3 only, I thought about these things. That then I thought like, maybe I can play g4 and then g5 also in future. So that's why here I played g4, and if bishop g6, I already considered playing f4. So I thought like, my two pawns are going forward, his king might be under exposure and everything, so why not play this? So I played this, he captured here, I captured back. Earlier I was also considering capturing the rook here, but the problem is that he's going to capture my f1, and after king captures here, knight d7, and I feel like the e5 pawn might be weak in this position, but maybe this might be a better option for me. I could have gone for this also, but I did not go for this one. I Instead of this, I decided to just simply capture the bishop, and then he moved the rook behind. Once the rook went behind, my pawn on g4 is under attack. So I attacked his knight with g5 move. Knight came to e4 square, very beautiful square for the knight. Then I developed my bishop to the b2 square, putting some pressure on this diagonal, and he played queen d7. Now suddenly I started feeling very uncomfortable here in this position. Yes, my position, I feel like it is falling apart. Although I have pushed my pawns too much forward, but I'm not getting anything. And he is going to have all the checks, and my king is completely exposed in this position. So I said, like, at least I need to stop queen to g4 check. So I played h3 in order to stop this thing. And of course, like, he had queen f5 and all those options are there in future. But he just simply played rook to e7. And now I feel like, okay, rook e7 might not be that great move. I might be having some chances in this position. So I played f5 move, considering that he might play knight into g5, which he played. And now my plan of action was bishop into g7. So by that time I reached this position, I was already having 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes, you can say, because I was spending a lot of time thinking about f3 g4, should I play this or not. So he captured on g7, and then no, so he did not capture on g7, sorry. If he captures on g7, f6 check, and then the rook was hanging, fork was coming. So he did not capture there, and he played queen d6, a good move. He is planning to put some pressure over here, and he is also considering that here. And now here I played f6 attacking the rook, and he played rook to e5. Now here I was seriously thinking about bishop h6 move, and after bishop to h6 I feel like he will play king h8, and then the rook might come in the game like this. But okay, if I want, I can always draw the game check here and this check, and it should be a simple draw, you can say. Or I can even try to play something more with king h1. But then I suddenly felt, means as I was thinking a lot in this position, suddenly I felt, what if this knight is not there? Then I can simply play queen g3, also put some pressure on. Then h4 if I have, then I'll be controlling the g5 square also, and then I can play bishop h6. That's what I was thinking. So I played h4, missing that my king is exposed, and now h4 is a very big blunder. Okay, the point is, after h4 I'm just getting checkmated, or I'm going to lose the queen, because he has this rook to e4 move. Rook g4 check cannot be stopped no matter what. And I'll say, like, this was a double exclamation mark move, because after this move, rook to e4, I am just lost, completely lost in this position. So I can't really do anything. He played rook to e4, and then I captured on g5. He gave me a check. King f2 I played. Then he gave me another check. King to e1, rook to e8 check, king d1, and after rook d4 I just resigned in the position, because anyhow I'm going to get checkmated also. And that was a very painful loss for me just after playing f6, where it felt like it is so much promising. I was even thinking about the moves like rook f4, but that was not working because rook into d5 was coming. The point is, if I capture, then queen into f4 is coming, and knight f3 check, and my king is completely exposed. So moving my pawns completely forward costed me a lot. If I play queen g3, which I was also thinking, the problem was that here after queen to g3 I was thinking, oh, knight e4 might be played, and then my queen needs to move somewhere where I will go, and he is going to play rook g5 no matter what, and my king will be completely under attack. So that was also not so good. So in all these variations, if I consider, the g5 square was very important. So I should have played bishop to h6 in order to control the g5 square, and then maybe I can play king h1 and then try to put pressure on him. He might have taken the draw with king h8, we never know. But I was super in time pressure. I was just having 30 seconds on my clock, and suddenly I feel like I should not play bishop h6, although I thought about bishop h6 for quite long time, considering all the other variations also. But when I saw 30 seconds in my clock, I just went for h4, and my opponent was very quick to play rook to e4, and the game was suddenly over. I realized that thing, and I resigned the game. So that was my game. I hope that you learned something from my mistakes. You are learning also. I hope that I will make less mistakes. I will prepare more, be more calm, and utilize my time much more wisely. If it is getting too much for me, uh, means like after losing the games and all, I might just stop all my social media and everything and try to focus on chess. And after the tournaments, I might come back with you on YouTube. So if I don't meet you, don't worry, I'll be coming back with the recaps maybe after the tournament also. So stay tuned. Okay, thank you for all your support and best wishes. Bye bye, take care.